Good afternoon, brothers and sisters.
Good afternoon, Mike.
My name is Mike Sidoti, and like all of you here, I'm excited to be here today. We live in a momentous time, an era that cries out for the corrective action which can only be administered through the unified voices of the masses.
Yeah.
You also have the right to remain silent. Our elected officials have led us down a path rife with corruption and malfeasance, with the brunt of the payment to be extracted from those who can least afford it. You have the right to remain silent. In 1981, the unionized air traffic controllers became the first casualties of this new era of unbridled greed and class warfare. You have the right to remain silent. 1986 saw the foundation laid for the emergence of the World Trade Organization, an organization seemingly ignorant to the plight of the common man.
And woman.
You have the right to remain silent. 1988, if you remember, it gave us the Silverado savings and loan debacle. And in what turned out to be a glance into the future, your tax dollars bailed out the wealthy. You have the right to remain silent. By the end of the 1980s, these policies transformed the United States of America from the world's largest creditor nation into the world's largest debtor nation. The supply-siders told you deficits didn't matter. You have the right to remain silent. 1994 brought us the North American Free Trade Agreement, precipitating wholesale job losses and worker wage suppression throughout our nation. You have the right to remain silent. In 1998, our leaders in Washington bestowed most favored nation status on China, a country whose record of worker abuse and oppression is as sickening as it is disgraceful. You have the right to remain silent. The Financial Modernization Act of 1999 successfully dismantled the protections of the Glass-Steagall Act of 1933. We were told those regulations were outdated and unnecessary. You have the right to remain silent. 2001 saw our invasion of a sovereign nation on false pretenses, ushering in more than a decade of endless war and causing untold loss of innocent life and national treasure.
Right on.
Those who would profit from such a war told us that the smoking gun could be a mushroom cloud. You have the right to remain silent. Presently, we are witnessing the wholesale stripping of collective bargaining rights and the specter of cuts to the big three: Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
Boo!
Coupled, yes, that's right, boo, coupled with outlandish tax breaks for the wealthiest amongst us. This supply-side mantra that taxing the rich cripples economic growth is alive, it is pervasive, and it must be exposed as the lie that it is at every turn.
That's right. That's right.
You have the right to remain silent.
But we won't.
As a result of their acts born of the greed of the ultra-rich, supported by the misinformation that they disseminate through their minions, we've been presented with a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But like all great opportunities, this offer is valid for a limited time only. And that time is now! That time is now!
Teach it.
You have the right to remain silent. But right now, you have the opportunity to be heard. So let us stand with the spirit of Wisconsin
Yeah.
and the demands of the rightful occupiers of Wall Street.
Yeah.
The cry of the 99%ers. You have the right to remain silent. But I recommend that you don't. I recommend that you don't.
That's right.
Of the people, by the people, and for the people. Occupy, resist, rebirth. Occupy, resist, rebirth. Occupy, resist, rebirth. Thank you for your activism, and don't forget, our website is the Industrial Union Council NJ.org. Thank you.